Okay, so by this point, it's getting to be quite stupid. Now, hopefully this time you didn't leave the machine on. Okay, I don't think he left the machine on this time. But this is the same machine as it has been. And take a look at how dirty he's been able to make it. In... oh, what's it been? About a couple days? It hasn't even been a week yet. But I am just so sick and freaking tired of this thing. You know what? I'm debating whether or not I should just get him a brand new machine. Or I should loan him out one of my renters. I should just give him one of my kick-around machines. Not one of mine from my personal collection, but I have a whole bunch of T61s. I think I have about 6 of them, including this one, but this is not a kick-around, so I've got 5 T61s that I can loan out to people while their computers are on repair. I'm debating whether or not I should just give him one of those and tell him to get a brand new machine. And my camera's almost to the battery, so I had to plug it in. Okay, so we are now plugged in, as you can probably see. So let me tell you a little bit about the guy who actually owns this thing. The guy is just about completely computer illiterate. Yeah, it's in hibernate mode. So very obviously it's running out of battery, so I'm going to have to plug it in. Just a second. Okay, so the machine actually shut itself off before I was able to plug it back in, so I'm going to have to reboot it. But anyways, like I was saying, let me tell you a little bit about the guy who owns this thing. He's just about completely computer illiterate. Doesn't know how these things work. So he sees something like this, perfectly beautiful machine, and says it's slow, I don't like it. Yeah, unexpectedly, shut it down. So, it will now start up. Now, in this video, I'm going to figure out whether or not this is a 160 or 250 model. And I bet you any money he hasn't even entered his password. Or a password at all. Booting up, it should be this slow. I mean, it's got to load all the proprietary Acer stuff. Or Acer or whatever. I don't like saying Acer because these computers are not acing anything. Acer sounds like a sorry excuse for a computer, because I don't like these things at all. Because they seem to be somewhat slow for a netbook. Only slightly. Not all of them are going at this sluggish speed, but this appears to be the only one that I have a problem with. Everybody else thinks it's fine. They're fine and they can use them when they're slow. But it doesn't matter to anybody but him. Wah. I think the sound was turned down on this one. Oh, gotta plug in my mouse. Plug in my mouse so I can actually do something with this. Just a pain in the absolute freaking... But, thank you. Just like so, and we can now use the mouse. So, yeah, like I was saying, I'm going to figure out what the size of the drive is, and I'm going to turn off some of the effects, and see if that makes the machine any bit faster. I'm not going to install a crack to try and make Windows look better, because I don't do that. Believe it or not, this may be a 160 model. This may be an older machine. Come on. Now, this is from April 2010, so this may be the smaller version. I'm going to go into, not device manager, but I'm going to go into the control panel, and I'm going to go into there may or may not be updates for this computer, and I'll figure that out. So when this opens, I'll come back to it. So we'll now go to disk management. Huh. Stop responding there for a second. Oh, connecting. There we go. Here it comes. So, how big is the drive? Let's try Device Manager. Disk drives. It's a Western Digital Caviar drive. Properties. That did nothing, so I'm going to go back into disk management. 12 gigabytes. So it is roughly 160 gigabytes. And of course, formatted capacity is a little bit less than 160, but oh well, right? So I'm going to go into... I'm going to disable a few of the effects. But I'm going to do it a different way because I'm... How many times have you seen this before? 1.0. Again, it needs to be refreshed. It's always got to need to be refreshed. I don't know why. Oh no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the visual effects before I do anything. Adjust for best performance. There it goes. Actually, you know what? He'll probably complain if I leave it like this. Enable arrow. I'm looking for Windows arrow. Translucent selection. Use visual styles. Now, Windows should be able to reset this. Please wait. When it's done, we'll come back. There we go. So, advanced. I want to turn off the data execution prevention because I don't trust it. But again, I have to refresh this stupid WEI. I hate this benchmark program. But I'd rather it not complain and actually do this. Again, raises the brightness. That is actually really bright. But, we will... Is it doing something? It's updating. Okay. We will check for updates when I find the updating program. Okay, so there are no updates in anything, so I can now shut down. And give the machine back. Hopefully without complaints. Shutting down. See, I'm so used to Macintoshes that don't take any time whatsoever to shut off. Whereas these take absolutely forever. I don't know what takes Windows so long to close everything, but it just takes it a long time. Probably the registry, but anyways, not like that really matters. So, this long video should end soon. And it actually kind of looks different on this camera than it does in real life. And off it comes. So I'm going to clean it off and give it back to him. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. Till then.